Hello, uh, good day everyone who's been watching this video. On this video, I would like to present my project demonstrations. First of all, my name is Ski, and you can call me Ray. And for brief information about myself, I'm an undergraduate from Jambi University with a degree of information system and currently unemployed and mostly on my daily basis. I'm just doing my hobbies like learning, going to the gym, and etc. And the project that I would demonstrate is it's my thesis project that are that the goals are to analyze sentiment for my thesis topic, which is gamifications in e-commerce applications. Uh, the technologies that being used are Google Colab, Python, Tweet Harvest, Sastrawi, Numbers, Pandas, Gensim, Matplotlib, Seaborn, TensorFlow, IMD Learn, Counter, and Cloud. Those are the technologies such as what are the environment that I would use, the programming language that I would use, and also the method that I would use, like tweet harvest, and also the library that I have just said, like Sastrawi, Num2Words, etc. And also, uh, the project itself, it's hoping to solve a problem like analyzing more to know about the importance of the topic, which is the gamifications in e-commerce applications, whether it's still valid to be used or not. And there are a few approaches that I would do on the presentations. I might want to say just three approach. The first is identify. On the identify part is identifying the problem that it has, and also identify which method that I use in the project. Also trying to identify what are the possibilities I could use to to run the projects. Next, to the planning part. For the planning planning part, I would plan the exact flow that I would do to finish the project. Like how am I gonna do to the work first and until the last step. The planning itself will be deeply explained on the next page, which is the flow chart. And then the third approach is execute. And after all the planning has been built, and what's left is just to execute the plan. And there are my flowchart that I have made. First of all, sorry if it would be a little bit confusing because of the language. Because the flowchart itself are made using bahasa Indonesia, but I would like to get to it in the more generic language. First, the first step of the plan is scraping data. The scraping data itself, I would like to use Tweet Harvest in Google Colab. Um, how to use the Tweet Harvest itself? First, you gotta install the library install Node.js, and then it has to use a token like authenticator for the X account, and then you can just start scraping, and then after you get the data itself, it would be present as a Excel data type. It's either an Excel or a CSV. And after that, the data would be being tech, being pre-processing, such as dropping columns, manual labeling, case folding, non-two words, remove punctuations, tokenizations, support removal, stemmings, and join stems. Admin join tokens. And after data has been pre-processed, the clean data would be divided onto two data, which is data testing and train data. And after that, the train data would be added to smooth balancing. The smooth itself used to balance the imbalance data that it has, such as overfitting or underfitting. And then after that, we go to the CNN use or convolutional neural network use to predict the sentiment that it has with confusion matrix. And for the next part, I would like to edit vectorizer to change the data into a vector, and after that the LDR train or latent dirichlet allocations for giving insight about what are the most words that being taught in the data, and in the LDS session it would extract some topics and work on the final evaluations. It would show such as confusion metrics and what are the topics from the LDA itself. And then I would like to show you guys the example of the code that I've been worked on. First, we get to the crawling tools. This is the crawling tools that I've used. There are the library. This is the authentications token. It should be changed as what are your authentications token are, and there are uh, descriptions about what I installed, such as Node.js, to use the tweet harvest. And then there are a function such as file name, search keywords, and the limits. And after that, I I could be crawling or scraping the thread or the comments that are in the post on the X. And after that, this is for the dropping columns on the pre-processing data. And after all that step has been filled or has been doing, we go to the next step, which is the final step. First of all, like before, we would install some libraries such as Sastrawi, NumToWords, Pandas, Gensim, Matplotlib, Seaborn, TensorFlow, IMD Counter, and Word Cloud. After the installations of the library, we go to the text processing again to you could say deep clean the data with case folding, steamer, and conversions like words, num to words, and then stop word removal, stemming, and the other pre-processing steps. And after that, these are the steps when we split the data into two, train data and test data. And then implied we applied smooth to balance the data itself because the data before is quite overfitting the bias on the positive sentiment. After all the smooth has been doing or has been finished, we get to the CNN with the data that has been pre-processed with with uh, everything and smoke. These are the functions, these are the variables that would be used to the evaluations of the CNN. Like this is the part when I would be make confusion metrics such as accuracy, precision, recall, and upon score. And this is also the evaluations for per sentiment, such as negative sentiments or positive sentiments. Tell whether it's way more biased. Either it's on the sentiment negative or the positives. And then the extraction features for the CNN, and then LDA. The LDA itself using data that has been run with CNN method. After the LDA has been run, we would like to give a visual insights using word cloud. Like we have all the variables that would be used, like width, the height, the background colors, the next word, the color maps, and etc. We would be make in three different types, like all the data, the only sentiment positive, the only negative sentiments, and these are the results that have been built, like the distributions of the data and before and after, and you can see on the visual results before smoke and after smoke. It has more balanced data, and it's the and this is the evaluation CNN for the confusion metrics. And it also has visual heat maps to tell you more more interactively about the results. And these are the results of the LDR hybrid with smoke and CNN. Like what are the topics are mostly about? Like special hapus scam kurang tapi skip premium cocok candy. And for the negative part is cocok ceki sebel harus niat ekspedisi sial berat aplikasi tambah hemat ekspedisi minto kaya. And then these are the word clouds that are in general like using all the data sets. And this is for the positive sentiments, and this is for the negative sentiments. And after all this, the project itself would be giving an insight about how the gamification is still need to be used or not on the game. I mean on the e-commerce applications. And then that's all. Uh, I would like to thank you for the chance that I've been given. Good day and bye.